Eamli is a digital platform that improves decision making within large public sector organizations by guiding and informing complex decisions quickly and efficiently. As an IBM Automation Foundation cartridge, Eamli is underpinned with Red Hat OpenShift and Cloud Paks to ensure an open and secure multi-cloud capability. Enterprise level data integration allows you to do more with your client's data estate, with the value proposition of increasing data integration resulting in increased ROI for the customer.
So Andrew, thanks for giving us the time here. Look, I think Eamli is an excellent example of how it is delivering an active solution with the IBM Automation Foundation. And for those of us who are familiar with Automation Foundation, then I'll spend just 2 seconds explaining kind of what that does. The Automation Foundation is relatively new, and it's a piece of code that sits in every Cloud Pak for automation, AI ops, integration, etc., which we're familiar with. But this is a gearbox that contains consistent capabilities that make it really simple for clients to drive repeatability. Such areas like robotic process automation, so they can take manual processes and immediately simplify those. And in doing that, help the teams that are working with Eamli to be able to make the decisions rather than check that these processes have been run. And it also includes areas like process mining and also machine learning, right? So it's taking some of the technology that the teams would be working with in Eamli and actually making it really simple for the team to understand exactly what's going on and learn from that and build in repeatability. And what does that mean for Eamli? Well, it means that the solution with Eamli allows the client to really focus around decision making that's integrated within their organization, as opposed to trying to get the data out of systems, processes, spreadsheets, whatever. And it gives them a holistic view of the data, turns it into meaningful action. And really, if you're in public sector or if you're in an industry, with Eamli as the tool set, it allows the client to be able to deliver more services for the same budgets and speed up those decisions. So the underlying framework of the IBM Automation Foundation really drives the ability for Eamli to build once, connect many, learn from those things, and continue those automated processes with the foundation to allow Eamli to really be a rich application that will allow clients to be better at the job that they need to do.
I agree, Andrew, and I love the word you use there, gearbox. So if we think, like you say, the Automation Foundation is infused into each of the Cloud Paks. When Eamli ported to the Automation Foundation, we built it to be lightweight, we built it to be modular, and we built it to be secure. So it's got a very low footprint. And it took us less than 3 days to port Eamli from AWS. We ported it from AWS, we put it onto ROCs, running on the IBM cloud. And within 3 days, we had Eamli passing data through Automation Foundation. And that was with the Eamli team, brand new to the code. And that was with our team, low touch from our team as well. So it is very, very simple to use. And that's why I liked your term gearbox. You can literally plug and play with the Automation Foundation. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Thanks both.
So for the IBM sales teams who are not familiar with Eamli, I really encourage you to really kind of get into it. And why Eamli, I think, is really powerful is very, very simple. It already has credibility in the public sector in the UK and broader relationships now outside of just the UK into the US as well. So the fact that we are able to support the application of Eamli, or the tool that is Eamli, into those departments, into central and local government, or federal and state government, I think is hugely powerful. So we have, if you like, ready-made credibility. And what we're able to then do is infuse the IBM capabilities behind it to, enhance, improve, and drive that open, secure, hybrid cloud IBM foundation that drives the ability for Eamli to really scale and scale at kind of enterprise levels. And I think that's the USP that we should take forward.
Brilliant. Stephen, anything to add to that?
No, yeah, I totally agree. And I think that the public sector is one of the first markets that we can go after with this. And I think that because we designed it to be simple and we designed it to be modular, the use case for public sector, the gearbox could equally be applied for the use case for automotive, retail, and all of the other industries as well. So it's all about how do you get the data in, how do you ingest it, how do you get insight into that. So I think that we could see this being the first of many cartridges that could be built per industry. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks both.
For me, it's about the journey that we've been on is always been about being innovation led. And we've led together with the innovation. We demonstrate together, we get proof points together, we get code working together, and then we let that tell the story. And like Andrew pointed out there, this has already been proven out before. Normally we put lots of process around that, but we've let innovation drive the partnership, and I think that we've seen acceleration because of that.
Yeah, I'd add to that, Andrew. It's very simple that you show, you don't tell. And because you've got this experiential approach as an ISV, and you're prepared with your teams to roll your sleeves up and put what we would describe in IBM as an MVP together very, very quickly. I think that's added a huge amount of credibility and traction within the markets that you've entered. And working jointly with us, it's really made a huge difference. That aligns perfectly to IBM's strategy, which is all around driving the best of breed experience that you can have. We can't do that alone. We need to work closely and learn from you as a very much leading ISV with huge amounts of traction and credibility in the industries that you operate in. And it's a pleasure to be part and work alongside you.
Fantastic. Well, look, thank you both for your time, and thanks very much also for listening.
The Eamli Decision Center allows public sector users to ask questions and view data regarding the performance and efficiency of their project and services portfolio. Utilizing the IBM Automation Foundation, Eamli provides a holistic view across the data and turns it into meaningful action. By capturing and weighting the organization's objectives, while modeling their entire portfolio, Eamli scores how well their decisions and strategy are helping PubSec organizations meet their objectives and targets. The portfolio score is similar to a credit score for your current portfolio's performance, allowing the client to benchmark the portfolio's current performance against their objectives. The objective score allows the user to understand how well the portfolio is meeting each individual objective. Here we show the objective's overall contribution to the total score, with the corresponding RAG status showing how well the individual objective is being met. The Eamli Decision Center allows organizations to improve their portfolio performance by first considering a constraint, in this example a 15% budget reduction, before optimizing their portfolio around that constraint. Our first question shows the stack ranking of all the projects in the client's portfolio. Projects are ranked by value for money, the score of how much they contribute to the objectives divided by their total cost, and also by their cost. Here we can see the top ranked projects, the average score of all other projects in the portfolio, and also a list of projects which represent the lowest value for money and together make up 15% of the total value. A simple strategy to achieve the 15% budget savings would be to simply delete and remove these bottom 15% of projects. However, that isn't always optimal. It ignores things like interdependencies. For the next question, which combination of portfolio decisions produces the highest score? Eamli applies a genetic algorithm to optimize the portfolio around the 15% budget constraint over a number of what-if scenarios. The baseline score shows the portfolio score if we simply delete the bottom 15% of projects by value for money, shown in the previous chart. To produce an optimized score, each generation considers a large number of alternative portfolios. They are scored and the best performers are combined to gradually find an optimal portfolio. This question then shows the score that is achievable with an optimized portfolio combined with the overall savings that could be achieved. Which portfolio changes produce an optimal score shows the combination of projects in the baseline portfolio and the new optimized portfolio. Hovering any segment within the bar chart shows the individual project details, including their contribution to the total score. The Manage Constraints section allows the user to view actionable insights based on different constraints to their portfolio. In this example, we can set a budget reduction of 15 million to understand which programs should be deleted, deferred, or descoped. Eamli recommends programs that should be deleted, deferred, or descoped based on the financial savings available, combined with their overall contribution to the portfolio score and any interdependencies.